Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall with Simpler Trading with the nightly video update for Wednesday, July the 13th. So it actually kind of feels like a Friday the 13th when you look at this. This is what happened in the market today, kind of crazy. In fact, let me go ahead and move this out of the way and we'll jump in. And if you did not know, I'm sure you've seen by now, today the CPI, Consumer Price Index, was released and it came in extremely hot. There were a lot of unusual words like ugly and obscene and all this kind of stuff. It was if memory is correct, we were 8.8% last month. It came in at 9.1% this month. Very hot. Many inflation is skyrocketing and all that kind of stuff. And the crazy thing, we all know this if you've been shopping for anything lately or tried to order anything or paid for gasoline or food or whatever, you see this and it's across the board on pretty much everything. So what this means is that the Fed they have already, begun tightening and saying they're going to be aggressive on, hiking rates and all that kind of stuff to get inflation under control. And now they're going to be even more aggressive. And what that means is we were looking at, before the last Fed meeting, we were looking at 50 basis point hikes just kind of gently sprinkled along the way. The last one was 75 basis points, and we were expecting 75 in 2 weeks at the next Fed meeting. And now it's looking like that may even be 100 basis points. So they're going to raise rates more. They're going to be more aggressive. We're probably going to get 2 or 3 more months of hikes like that. And who knows if it's going to work or not. My personal feeling is that, yes, it probably will, but it's kind of a boomerang effect. I think the Fed is going to have to do some damage to save the economy, essentially, because they keep, pushing rates up. It's going to, put the hammer down on the housing market and a lot of other things in the economy. So, the point is all this is not going to be over in the next couple of months. I'm already seeing people, even on CNBC today, they were saying, oh, well, it's a bad number, but that means we're peaking out and the next numbers are going to be better. And the next, it's a monthly data point, right? So maybe not. I think that's a little optimistic, maybe even a little naive. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see. I certainly don't have a crystal ball of the answers, but basically we're going to, expect more of the same from the market. It's going to take a while for this. We haven't seen this in a long time. I believe it's 41-year high in inflation. I heard 100-year, but I don't think that's right. I think it was 41 years. But anyway, so let's look at the market and see how we can make a little money out of this. So today, this morning, when CPI came out, the light gray is the overnight session in the futures market. This is the ES. The black, that was yesterday, and this is today's session. So when it came out, we got an initial pop up here. Look at that. We're at about 38.70 on the ES, came all the way down to 37.50. So that's a 120 point drop straight down. I mean, that's pretty brutal, right? And this is the kind of market we're in. We knew it was going to be like this. We were positioned for it. In our trading rooms, I was saying we need to be prepared. It's probably going to be down. First choice is down, maybe way down. The second choice is choppy sideways. Third choice is we go higher, and that was only if this number came in a little bit not as bad as expected, right? And that didn't happen. We did kind of work our way all the way up, and I actually in all 3 of our trading rooms today, I put on a 3800 SPX butterfly, which worked beautifully. It was awesome, great trade. We had tiny risk on that trade too. It was a great trade. So anyway, if you are interested or want to, or if you're not in there, join me in the bias room, join me in the main room, the gold room, and we also have a free trading room that anybody can come in. There's no cost, and check out what we do here. I was in there today, and I actually posted that trade in there today. So, but let's take this out a little bit further and go back to a 20-day chart. And this is what we've been dealing with. This has been a tough market to trade. I mean, straight up, straight down, lots of gaps and whipsaws and all kind of craziness going on. These lines are voodoo lines. If you don't know them, those are based on Elliott wave. I use those backed up with Fibonacci levels, and which I have on another monitor actually. But the white line is a snow line up here at about 39.50. The green line is a tree line down here at 36.40. And we've been 20-day chart, we've been just chopping back and forth. So which way is the next move? I don't know. Guess what tomorrow is? We have PPI, Producer Price Index, and that's probably even a heavier number for tomorrow. So I suspect we probably go down. If we bounce, I think it'll be probably short-lived, and we'll end up coming back down anyway. My ultimate target is lower and could be much lower. Now we are also, let me tell you this, we start next week. We kind of started this week, a little sprinkling of earnings, but the big earnings will start coming out next week, and we'll have all the, Tesla and Amazon and Apple and Google and all the big ones reporting in the next couple of weeks. So that can set the direction for the market. But I don't think those earnings are going to be good at all. And again, if we do bounce, let's say we get to this snow line, or let's say we get crazy and we get up here, I'm going to short it because I think we're going back down here ultimately. So here's what you need to look out for. This is, not August. This is July the 13th. Tomorrow's PPI. Friday we have retail sales. Next week is all earnings. The week after that, on the 27th, is a Fed meeting. So lots of fireworks going off in the next 2 weeks. So just plan on more volatility up and down and all kind of crazy stuff, right? So as always, I've really tightened in the duration on my trades a lot lately. We're trading much shorter time frames, and it's working very well. And that's what you have to do in this kind of market. I've talked about that for months and months and months. And again, it is working very well. So other than that, I don't really have a specific stock or anything like that. I'm trading most of the indexes, the S&P 500. I'm trading the NASDAQ, for example. A little bit on the Russell 2000. But if you would like to see how this is done in real time and trade along with us, again, jump in the main room here at Simpler, or the bias room where I do this every day, all day, and or our free trading room. Doesn't cost anything. Just jump in there and check it out. So I'm going to wind it up here. There's really not much to say. We'll see what happens with the morning PPI and retail sales on Friday. If you've got Costco or Walmart or Target or something, you may want to watch that. Other than that, let's see what happens with earnings, the earnings reports over the next couple of weeks, and see kind of which way this thing will go. So thanks for your time. I appreciate it, and hope to see you in the trading rooms. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me